From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. Kicker, that's Cameron Dicker, set to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, what's that? Hey, no, here.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
What's that? Hey, what's that?
They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chargers 46.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, what's that?
They'll throw with May. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's that? Hey, come out with me.
Off the play fake. Here's May. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. throwing to start the drive. Dixon. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
On the ground, this is Omarion Hampton. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding room in midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, don't that dagger play, don't that play just finish him off right now, because I think they'd love to get that big advantage early.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Operating from the gun, Dixon. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Dixon. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 25-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, it's Hampton. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And also the guard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
A run once more with Hampton. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Third and 8. Looking to throw. Dixon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Got Dobbs over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Here's May. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henderson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On play action, May. Open man, Kyle Williams, he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
At the 28-yard line.
What's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
All right, here we go, front.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the shotgun, it's May. Got Manning, he hits him in stride. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tucker Kraft, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, pulling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. But Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Hampton. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Third and 3. Try to run for it with Hampton. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm not almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing here is May. Short throw, he's got Kraft. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now May on the sneak. And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they go play action with May. They'll swing this out to Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And he's ganked it first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
A gain of
9 yards that time.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, May. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete, Travion Henderson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's May. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
What's that? Diddy, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
From the gun, it's May. He's got room to roam. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the shotgun, May with it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson as the first half is winding down. And the Pats will extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Dixon. Toward the sideline. Intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And it'll be intercepted. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. intercepted. 74 yards. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try.
Chargers will line up for the two-point conversion.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're going to try and run. And this time they'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Eddie, what's up?
That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here we go, Sadat. Eddie, what's up?
Running left is Henderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Eddie, what's up?
Play action. May. A short throw caught by Andrews. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Here we go, Sadat. Eddie.
They go play action now. May. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Andy Borregales on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Operating from the gun, Dixon. That's to Omarion Hampton out of the backfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Marte Mapu. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Stevenson now on